Hey everyone, it is so good to see you guys again. Look right over here at the screen. Looking at me, you see me? I'm here. Are you holding really still? Good. That's so good. Look, we gotta say today's bottom line. It's do this to remember me. And we gotta say it on the count of 3. Are you ready? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Do this to remember me. Jamie was just here a second ago. I promise, I don't know where we're supposed to be doing this together. You know, we've been doing this together for like 3 weeks now. I feel a little awkward. I mean, should I move over or like what?
Hey guys, sorry I'm late.
Jamie, what are you doing? It is not Christmas time.
Yeah, I know that, silly.
So what's up with the sweater?
Oh, this sweater?
Yes, Jamie, that sweater.
Well, my family gets together every year on my grandma's birthday and we celebrate Christmas.
I can positively, without a shadow of a doubt, confirm that I have never, ever heard of celebrating someone's birthday with Christmas.
Well, Christmas was my grandma's favorite time of the year. After all, it is Jesus' birthday. So when my grandma passed away, we all decided that we would honor her by celebrating this way.
Aw, Jamie, that's really sweet.
This year, I thought I would take it up a notch and break out some of our favorite Christmas ornaments.
Let me see what you got there.
Okay, let me show you. So this ornament has a great story behind it. My mom made this ornament for my grandma when I was just a little girl. It has 3 hearts on it and they're all connected. One for my grandma, one for my mom, and one for me. It's a symbol of the 3 of us.
Do you guys know what a symbol is? A symbol is like a physical reminder of something with a much deeper meaning. So let's talk about some examples.
This is the symbol for stop. You've probably seen this before while riding in a car or maybe even at your school.
It's like the little red octagon thingy.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is a symbol for campfire. When you see it, it means it's okay to set up a campfire.
And what do you think this one means? This is a symbol for no campfire.
That blows my mind.
When you see this, it means it's not okay to set up a campfire, Kyle.
And then this is a symbol for power. When you see this on a device, you know it turns it on or turns it off.
This is a symbol for poison. When you see this symbol on something, you know to stay far away from it.
And how about emojis? They're symbols too. I mean, maybe they don't have the same importance as some of the symbols we talked about, but they have meaning behind them.
This emoji is a symbol for being sleepy or tired.
This one is a symbol of snowboarding. And this one is a symbol for getting your hair cut.
All these symbols remind me of something that Jesus showed us. He took an opportunity to use simple, everyday items and used them as symbols to communicate something much more important.
I think I know what you're talking about. It's communion.
Yes, that's what I thought you were gonna say. Let's explain to someone what communion is.
Okay, the very first communion took place thousands of years ago. That's a very long time ago. Before Jesus was arrested, he shared a meal with his disciples, we now call the Last Supper. Now, when this dinner took place, Jesus took a piece of bread and he gave thanks to God and broke it into pieces. Then Jesus said, "This is my body, it is for you. Do this to remember me."
Then Jesus took the cup. He said, "This cup shows the new agreement from God to his people. This new agreement begins with the blood of my death. When you drink this, do it to remember me."
Everybody say, "Do this to remember me" on the count of 3. You ready?
I'm ready.
1, 2, 3. Do this to remember me. So just like Jesus and the disciples, we can take communion.
And you don't have to be inside the church building to take communion either. It's for any time and any place that you like.
You can take communion at home with your cats and your parents, or hopefully your dogs and your parents. The cat or the dog, they don't actually take place in the communion. It's just the family. That was a joke. But as you can see, communion with your family, friends, and neighbors is something you can do to help remember Jesus, just like he calls us to.
There is one thing you need to keep in mind. The Bible tells us that we should always make sure our hearts are in the right place before taking communion.
Yeah.
It's a time that should be spent quietly and respectfully.
We should always make sure we're really focusing on Jesus and what he did for us while we're taking communion. We shouldn't allow ourselves to get distracted or to distract anyone else.
Let me grab something. So take the bread here. You could have a cracker or gluten-free rice cake, it doesn't matter. It matters what the rice cake stands for. It stands for Jesus' body. I take a piece, and you take a piece.
I got my gluten-free rice cake.
Perfect. This bread represents or is a symbol of Jesus' body.
It helps us to remember that Jesus' body was broken for us on a cross. Jesus was also called himself the bread of life, which had come down from heaven. So he said, whoever eats this bread will live forever.
Then you eat the bread. And while you taste the bread and eat the bread, you remember all that Jesus did for you on the cross.
Now the cup, Jesus had wine, or you can use water, juice, or tea, or any drink you like. Remember, it's not exactly about the exact item, but it's what it stands for or symbolizes.
That's right. The wine is the symbol to help us remember that Jesus' blood was shed for us on the cross.
When Jesus died on the cross, his blood was offered as a sacrifice for us. It created a new covenant with God, so whoever would believe in Jesus and accept him would be saved.
Jesus was the ultimate sacrifice, and after his death, there was no longer any need to make sacrifices anymore. He took all the blame and all the shame.
And when Jesus finished his work on the cross and he was buried, he actually came back to life on the third day. And those of us who believe in Jesus are to remember what he did to save you and me. And this means by taking communion, we're saying that we believe what Jesus did on the cross and how it makes a difference for us.
It makes us right with God, and we will always remember it and be so grateful for it.
So what do you say we take communion right now?
I think we should.
All right, I got some of my grape juice. So first of all, we take the bread. It symbolizes Jesus' body that was sacrificed for us. So that gluten-free hits different.
My gluten-filled also hits a little different.
All right, and then we drink the juice, which represents Jesus' blood that he shed for us. Tasty.
Tasty.
All right, so I think we might as well just say this bottom line one more time.
I think we should. Everybody say, do this to remember me on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Do this to remember me.
Hey y'all, it was so awesome hanging out with you guys today. We'll see you next time.